How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Pronogo here, bringing you the second MapCraft video of the day. This time it's about Ultimate Infestation, a map in StarCraft Brood War, created by the Shambler, also known as Overmind 101. And this is unmodded StarCraft, so it's just the map and the map alone. That's it. And I like sticking with the basics. Personally, I tend to mod pretty much a lot of stuff. I like to add new graphics and stuff, but if you're just trying to design like a cohesive experience, it's totally possible without doing really much in the way of modding if you know your way around it. So we'll see how the Shambler does. He did say that he wanted some feedback, so if you guys have any feedback for him, feel free to join the Jbarino Discord and let him know what you think, or just post in the comments. I'm sure he'll read those too. So, Ultimate Infestation. One of the richest mining worlds within the Kelmorian Combine is invaded by the Zerg. Despite the large Kelmorian garrison, the planet is overrun within days. The survivors planned their last stand and all hope seems lost. But the Zerg suddenly stop. I wonder why that is the case. So we are Terrans here. Events. 2 years after the Overmind's death, one of the Kelmorian Combine's most profitable mining worlds, Gadron 3, was assaulted by a massive Zerg swarm. The Zerg fleet carved through Gadron's defenses despite the planet's relatively large garrison of Kelmorian air forces and the large amount of mercenary ships and soldiers hired by the planet's governor. Inexperienced with fighting Zerg, the planet's large fleet charged the swarm head-on, though some of the mercenary elements of the fleet knew better and broke away from the fighting. It is unknown if they managed to escape the system. With the complete and utter destruction of the defense fleet, and the planetary forces were next in line for the ravenous swarm. Though they had time to prepare, the Zerg sheer numbers were able to destroy the vast majority of the planet's defenders within 6 days of the invasion. Now, under the leadership of newly appointed General Talus and the former Special Agent Jason Crow, the remaining survivors make their last stand. The sort of lack of commas makes it a little hard to read some of the longer sentences accurately. General Talus says, "Greetings, gentlemen. As you well know, the Zerg have us surrounded, yet they do not finish us off despite having the numbers to do so. We've been speculating on the cause of this behavior, but we have no definitive proof of any change in the Zerg brood between their advance and the standstill. That is until this morning when we received this. Greetings, Terrans. I send this to you as a warning. I am Malagash, Dark Templar of the Neras clan. I have little time to explain, so listen closely. The reason the Zerg halt their advance is due to my assault upon their collective hive mind. I was able to do this by striking down one of their leader organisms, and the disarray this caused would have been enough to bring the brood to its knees, if it was not for the second swarm that arrived earlier. This swarm shot my ship down and threatens to re-establish order in this chaotic brood. If this is allowed to happen, both you and I shall surely perish along with the rest of the system. However, all is not lost. The first Zerg brood is still in chaos and struggles to keep its minions from tearing each other apart. The Zerg's Yggdrasils are responsible for this. If you slay an Yggdrasil, the Zerg under its control will fall into chaos. One such being stands between us. If you are to aid us, Terrans, we swear on our honor that we shall destroy..." Well, I couldn't really see the end of that, but assuming to destroy the other Cerberus or something. Have we verified his claims? Was the Protoss lying? It all checks out. Our scanners detected a large amount of overlords land across the planet and deposit reinforcements for the Zerg. We also have confirmed sightings of Zerg killing Zerg, though the sightings were brief and stopped occurring after a couple days. The most concrete evidence is when he mentions the hive mind. Though we have only been able to speculate, Chief Medical Officer, who is a former Umojan scientist who worked with the Zerg samples during his time, there was common theory of how Zerg organized was through some unknown psionic will. I thought that the powerful psionic attack could have given credence to the Protoss. Okay, that moved by very fast. It was hard to figure out what was happening there. Then, what is the plan? We are still surrounded by Zerg, and the reinforcements are organizing as we speak. We can't afford to waste any time. The plan is simple, Crow. You will lead a rescue operation from our southern base and find the Protoss. The Zerg are getting more aggressive in the area. We first thought it was due to their strange psionic signal near the hives. However, we now believe it is because of the presence of the Protoss. When you encounter the Protoss, you are to question them on how to damage the hive mind and do whatever it is necessary to break its control. The Protoss and their safety is your primary objective, but if you have the chance, I would like you to investigate the psionic signal. Ever since the Zerg landed in that area, it has only gotten stronger, and I fear for the worst. You have your orders. Carry them out. Okay, well, we've gotten our objectives here. Slay the Yggdrasil, rescue the Protoss, destroy the hive mind, and then there's an optional objective to find the source of the psionic signal and destroy it. I like that we have an optional objective, since those always add a little bit of flair to whatever mission you're playing, since you can sort of choose whether or not to do something and in what order you want to do stuff, generally speaking. In general, before we leave the briefing screen, one thing that I can encourage people to do is write out their scripts in Google Docs or Microsoft Word or some word processor with spell check, so that you can, not only you can edit these lines and then quickly copy and paste them into the map editor with no problems, really, but it'll help you to catch any spelling errors and maybe even some grammatical ones as well. And if you're ever unsure about stuff, feel free to ask like an English-speaking friend, or, I mean, I don't know if the Shambler is already English-speaking as his first language, but typically if you have an issue with stuff like that, and I know Shambler was saying that he was rereading a lot of his dialogue and making an attempt to fix a lot of the errors. There are quite a few of them, and obviously the grammatical rules do make it a little difficult to read them out loud and comprehend what's being said. So just a minor word on that. I definitely recommend writing your scripts in some sort of word processor. That's what I do, and it helps me catch the occasional spelling error, and in general, I think that's a better approach for anybody's script, especially if it's going to be lengthy. Alright, let's get started here.
Your forces are under attack.
The Protoss said the Zerg would stop reproducing, but where are they getting their reinforcements? It looks like they're coming out of those Nidus canals. Permission to blast them, sir? Negative. If what the Protoss say is true, then this Yggdrasil will only be able to bring out small groups of Zerg at a time. If we start blasting their resting places, the Zerg will come out faster than we kill them. If you ask me, we're putting a little too much faith in these damn Protoss. No one asked you, Private. Wow. Gulp. Alright, so we've got some spider mines here anyways. Oh shit, we also have infested turrets. Okay. Alright. Let's calm down here. Do we have any SCVs? It doesn't look like we started. Oh, we do start out with some over here. A very bizarre base layout. Really not seeing a whole lot of minerals in easily accessible spots, but we do have whopping three command centers to start off with. So let's try and capitalize upon that, shall we? So the Zerg are attacking us from several different angles here. We already start out with U-238 shells. So why don't we pull... Shit, they can infest Marines? I can't do this, man. Keep it together, Private. We can't afford any hesitation. Yeah, no kidding. Infested Terrans sort of are like that, you know? But they're alive. They aren't human anymore, Private. If you really care about them, then let them have the peace of death. Do you understand, Private? It's either them or us. Yes, sir. I've always enjoyed, sort of any dialogue that involves, that tries to bring that sort of thing up. Oh, we do have Commander Crow here as well. Okay, brief aside, Crow is in my avatar. It's my speciality, man. I'm a Crow kind of guy.
Base is under attack.
So that's my thing, you know what I mean? So I'm real happy that we get to be a Crow for this mission. And at least, oh wow, it even looks like they've infested, these look like they're supposed to be infested Marines as well. We are getting attacked from every which way, so we should definitely set up some more bunkers here. We don't have access to spider mines yet, but we can get a factory. Why don't we move this factory over here so we have a little bit more room? And it looks like we lost at some point it looks like we lost a vulture there. Should we put Crow in a bunker? I don't think it's super necessary. We are getting our vehicle weapons level 1 here. Let's remember to continue harvesting minerals. This is a very bizarre layout. Certainly non-conventional. Uh-oh. Well, this is not good. We are getting our heads caved in here. On this end, too, we must have gotten hit by a bunch of... Hold on. Let's take it from the top here. Let's take it from the top. And we can just skip the dialogues that happened from an earlier stage. I don't think we need to worry about gas. We start out with quite a bit of it. So let's just focus on keeping stuff repaired. Move these tanks around. They're in sort of bizarre places at the beginning, so we can move them to different areas. That would be great. And... I feel like there's a lot more units than we had to deal with last time. Maybe I just didn't have my tanks in position, and that's what got me there. Alright. Okay, so that was the prerequisite for the infested marine dialogue event, which makes sense. Let's have you repair this. And yeah, let's put Crow in this bunker here. I think that makes probably the most sense. Quickly move this stuff over here. So he says that if you destroy these Nidus canals, oh, and they're invulnerable, so you actually can't destroy them. But that seems to be I can't build there. Why can't you build there? Base is under attack. That seems to be like something in the lore of this is saying that basically the way that the Zerg are behaving is related to the fact that they'll like somehow spawn more units if you destroy their buildings. And we have a power generator, which I guess we have to keep alive. Is that in our mission videos? No. I don't know what this power generator does. Maybe it's just there for flavor. Move this guy around. Start hockeying these comsats. Let's scan around here. There's an infested command center. So... Okay, so these are spawning all of the units. I think what we need is tanks. Tanks as soon as possible. And a lot of them. I feel like, in general, it's not a good idea to... Oh, shit, we got infested again. Fuck, how exactly are we supposed to do this one? This seems like a really tough mission to try and win. I don't really know what the solution is supposed to be, because we have this really bizarre map layout that prevents us from harvesting a lot of resources very effectively. And then maybe, I guess we need to rush tanks as soon as possible. I don't know. I'm a little puzzled as to what the intended way to do this particular mission is. Alright, well, at the very least, we can get tanks out pretty soon. Obviously, starting out with that goal in mind, we're going to need to get some gas. But we only have one Crow, and obviously he's pretty good at dealing with infantry, so... Why don't we keep this guy on hold position, and let's get our first tank out. This guy can move this stuff around here. Yeah, so he's able to dispatch a lot of those infantry units, and that seems to be where they're mostly attacking from, so why don't we get more SCVs for the sake of mining. We've got Goliaths, we've got a Vulture. and
Go ahead, TACOM.
we got Ash World Pathing. Notoriously a fantastic piece of work. So we have our extra tank here. Let's order up our weapon upgrades. Okay. This is going to be interesting, seeing them come in. I like that they're using broodlings as well, even if they all are spawned, as opposed to maybe being something that the AI sort of organically builds. Let's grab a comp set like we did before. This time only one of them is necessary. And obviously, we're going to want to cover ourselves from the anti-air assault that I'm sure is going to be coming pretty soon. So we could just station Commander Crow over here in the meanwhile. It would be really nice if we could build a command center over here, but that obviously doesn't seem to be very doable. See, this is what I mean. Like, this is pretty fucking crazy to try and deal with. Let's make sure that we're repairing everything. Commander Crow's obviously very strong. Let us thank him for his strength. So we've gotten somewhere somehow. Sort up another medic. For this SCV down here. We basically need an SCV or two, and then a medic or two at each area. For the purposes of repairs and then healing the SCVs as they repair. Otherwise, they'll just get killed by tank splash damage and everything else. Let's get another tank, speaking of which. And then we'll probably want to get Caduceus Reactor so that our medics start out with more energy. Alright. As long as we're... Like, that's why I think we need more tanks as well. Like, in addition to having Crow here. Because we obviously need to have a huge amount of just ambient damage to dish out against those infested units. So it's just something that we're going to want to keep intact here. Let's get more tanks at some point. There's the tank that came out. I was ordering up SCVs while saying tanks. Makes sense. Move this Marine in here. Very interesting that we're getting hit by units of multiple races. Let's go ahead and order up more SCVs in the meanwhile. Start distance mining, I suppose. And of course, as we clear out more of these mineral fields, we're going to be looking to expand outwards. This seems like a... Well, I was hoping that there would be more stuff over there. But it doesn't appear to be the case. Because we don't really have, like, a proper base area. Alright, let's order up some more tanks. We're close to getting supply capped here. Holy shit! Do you have enough fucking units? They're also not being patrolled, ordered to patrol, so what's happening here is that the units will ambiently like run around and they'll be mostly unsuccessful in doing anything besides getting my own units killed because of splash damage, but that's still a threat, I guess. It does seem a little bit unreasonable that... Oh, I think units are spawning from these holes too, which is... seems a little goofier than I would have expected. But yeah, it's pretty hard to keep track of everything that's happening at the same time. I guess where most of this mission's challenge comes from. Alright, let's, can you get by here? No, I think so we have to move this tank, which is pretty risky. Because I want to make sure that my units can go sort of behind this area, because I'm going to start getting another barracks, or another bunker set up over here. Let's get some more SCVs. Keep harvesting resources. Yeah, we need to keep trying to like distance mine and stuff, so let's keep getting tanks as well. We can start getting vehicle plating. Let's get you back over here. Just so that we have SCVs at the ready for when we inevitably need to repair our stuff. We don't really have access to like a lot of build space. I guess I can probably stick an engineering bay back behind there. That's going to be pretty important. Let's get Caduceus reactors. And let's move our tanks over here down. Start laying into this Zerg base. I guess I'll also... Oops, that's not right. Alt-S. So let's do... Infestation. Oh. Perfect timing. Oh, bye, SE. Alright, so we will... It looks like we aggroed him because we were, you know, obviously attacking with a bunch of tanks. So, of course, we must have shot him with one of our tanks. Now, the problem is, even once we destroy this Hydralisk Den, presumably we will still have to deal with the spawns coming from here. It doesn't feel very interactive. There's a 50,000 mineral field over here. So that's something. Alright, so obviously we want to start massing out the appropriate spots here. Let's siege. And this is sort of what I'm talking about. It's obviously pretty difficult to keep everything intact here. But let's keep massing out here. Hopefully they just ignore our units. I guess Crow can probably stay over here on this ridge like we had him. That should... most of this stuff. Let's make sure that we are... Okay, now we're supply blocked. So it's really impossible to get through to this, so we have to fight our way to the Yggdrasil, who is maybe over here. Hammer of the Executor and Shadow Guard. So this is where we're supposed to get to? I guess we have to get through them? It's hard to know. Let's grab another comstat so we have access to more scanner sweeps when necessary. Okay, and let's... we actually need a science facility. We started out with +1 weapons and upgrades, so... that means we need space for a starport, which we don't really have. Oh, it looks like there was another spawn that maybe got desynced. I wonder if these barracks are spawning... My god, what is that? I'm not sure. That's where they infest people they don't kill. Let's burn it, boys. Okay, I will definitely do that. No, it's the same situation as the Nidus Canals. I would much rather deal with them piece by piece rather than all at once. What? But I can hear them screaming. They're suffering in there. Better them than us. And I keep moving. See, I don't really understand the logic of if we destroy a production facility, they will kill us because they will spawn 1 million units or whatever. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't understand why.
Identify target.
Or you know, what are the implications of that really?
Base is under attack.
I guess I just am not connecting the dots. Oh, we're getting birdling. Uh-oh. What are their upgrades like? They have 3 armor. Okay, so I guess it was kind of foolish of me to try to attack down here with no reinforcements. But now that we have a little bit more build space here, maybe we can build a factory somewhere. I don't know. I think that our best bet... Why are you guys not mining? Wow, I've got a lot of SCVs here, and they're just doing nothing. I think they're bugged out because they can't reach this mineral field, which also has less health for some reason. Yeah, this is... all of my SCVs here are getting bugged for some reason. So why don't we try and circumvent that? I don't know what the error was with them getting spawned that way. There's a bunch of unit unplaceables, but it looked like an attack wave I didn't want to deal with anyway. So, I guess it's all the best. Obviously not really working as intended. Maybe the Shambler can explain what his idea was when it comes to like why the units behaved that way, or what the behavior is of these Zerg and the way that they spawn stuff. Like, I don't really understand the idea that, oh, like, you would think destroying this stuff would be really important. Or like a key idea, like, okay, I can push out and stop the Nidus canals from dealing as much damage.
Yes, sir. Move it.
It makes sense to me. Like, I don't see the problem there.
Move it.
So, whatever his idea was, we'll have to figure out what he sort of meant with that. Holy shit! This is a seriously, like, what kind of Nidus canal spawns this much stuff? You know what I mean? Okay. Well.
Base is under attack.
Oh, and hunter-killers have also showed up as well.
Research complete.
What? Behemoths? What are these guys? Why are they just one-hitting me? I'm not sure if I'll be able to beat this, honestly. Like, it seems pretty ridiculous to try and hold on at this point. You've got hunter-killers and monstrosity, like hero infantry units. Where's Crow? Maybe you're supposed to be like bum rushing to those units? I'm trying to get him to attack. He's not really doing it. What the hell type of infested were those? Whatever they were, they took quite a lot of pepper. I don't have any more siege tank operators. I don't know if... Let's just hope there ain't more of them. I agree. I mean, there's at least one. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe if we restart, we try and maybe get some vultures out. Or something. Like, well, I did have a save, so maybe I'll load my save and then we'll try that afterwards, because we were just about to siege up over here. So why don't we get rid of this sunken colony as we're doing. And then we'll get arrested or something. I don't know. There's always police driving down this fucking road, man. So let's just try and siege our way to the area. Yeah, we already saw. That location might be a little too big, by the way. Really? Don't block him in. What's wrong with you?
Forces are under attack.
Oh yeah, I didn't leave anything. Probably a mistake. Alright. We held that. We're fine. Alright, we'll let them walk to their deaths anyways. And let's bring Commander Crow, the Caw Man. We'll bring him down there. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to beat this, really. I don't really know what I should be doing. It's obviously not really super challenging to break through these areas, right? They're not designed to be super defensive. Sir, are you alright? You don't look so good. Yeah, I don't. I'm fine. So now I have to wonder if Crow's just being stoic? Sir, you are pale as a ghost. You are not fine. Maybe he's infested! Yeah, boss, you look like shit. You can't say that to a commanding officer. I'm fine. Keep your eyes open. There are worse things out here than a little sickness. Oh no, an infested crow will soon greet us, guys. You better watch out. No. Oh my god. Oh, these guys are like basically fully upgraded by now. Which is pretty bad news bears for us, man. Let's try and keep things relatively stable here. We have no health on our tanks, obviously, but... Do we still have that scanner? Alright, let's see if we can keep a scan on this area. Uh-oh.
Identify target.
Holy shit! Question mark, question mark, question mark's got a lot of fucking health, guys. At least he's tagged on our fucking ghost or our tank rather, that has a lot of health. Holy shit. Why did he have so much health? Did we not build another... We didn't build another comp set on this save, okay.
Identify target.
Well, let's cycle a save. Because
Absolutely.
this is pretty bad if we don't break through to them. Because we're obviously on the verge of being killed by that crazy fucking hero attack wave. The Protoss are in sight, boys. We got a dropship to pick them up? No. Oh, ETA 1 minute. Great. Hopefully I don't have to defend them for that 1 minute.
Add-on.
Ah! Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. You Terrans took your time. I wonder if Malagash's faith was misplaced. Shut the fuck up, you mouthless bitch! We have been kicking Zerg ass while you huddle in a circle praying to whatever the fuck god y'all believe in. I agree. Sound of warp blades igniting. You will take that back. Enough. Ishtalk, whether you like it or not, these Terrans are the reason we are alive. Now apologize. You can't tell them to apologize. I will never apologize to this heath. Apologize. Ishtalk just got backed the fuck up. I apologize, Terrans. The stress caused by our situation has made my mood foul. Good. Now that that is done, we have a great challenge ahead of us. In our transmission, I told you there was a way to cripple the entire Zerg invasion of this world. Yeah, you said killing the Yggdrasil or something like that, right? No, killing the Yggdrasil would only weaken the Zerg swarm in the area. The Yggdrasils can only control a limited amount of broods and are merely conduits for their true masters of the swarm, the Cerebrats. These Zerg can only be killed by the energies of a Dark Templar, and when slain, their broods fall into disarray. There are the two Cerebrats on this. There are two Cerebrats on this world. My brethren and I slayed one of them. Blah blah blah. Invasion instigated brother's death. Blah blah. Okay, so basically one of them died, and that brought the other one. This is hard to believe. The combat has fought the Zerg many times, but we've never encountered these Cerebrats. However, I don't know what an Yggdrasil was, let alone it would control many Zerg at once until your band showed up. Blah blah blah. Thanks for helping us. I don't know. I can't read it all. Bring me to the Cerebrat and we will both have vengeance. You got it. I can get behind that
Your forces are under attack.
notion. Oh shit. Well, where is the Cerebrat again? There's a hive.
Buckle up. Hang on.
I was kind of hoping that this would
Base is under attack.
drastically change how the game is played, but
Reporting for duty. Orders, Captain?
let's
Roger that. Orders, Captain?
get a bunch of stuff. We obviously have not been using it. Oh god. Yeah, this is the attack that I said was too much. Alright, so we've got Shadow Guards.
Yourself in, boys.
And then we've got Hammer of the Executor. Let's see what we can accomplish here. Oh, well, we can accomplish death. See, why can't we attack the Nidus Canals now? I don't understand. Oops, I have to load my save. I should have saved after that cutscene, but that's fine. I can just skip it.
Moving.
Alright, let's try it again.
Proceeding.
See what we can accomplish.
Moving. Delighted to, sir. Absolutely.
Okay. And now we know we're about to get spawned on anyways, so let's,
Absolutely. Delighted to, sir.
Oh shit, what a hero Hydra.
Destination.
I don't know about the spawns like that. Oh, cool.
Hang on. We're in for some chops. Go ahead, HQ.
Alright,
Strap
now
yourself in, boys.
let's get this stuff out of here.
5x5. Strap yourself in, boys.
Base is under attack.
Okay, load up. And now we can alt S. It would have been nice to keep those tanks alive, I guess, for the purposes of
Hang on. We're in for some chops.
all that. So let's actually build some more tanks. And is there really no place where we can build a factory or anything? I don't know. It seems really difficult to actually get anything done in this area. So
Did someone page me?
Did we just get hit by a sunken colony? Oh no, that was the spore. Oops. I didn't even realize that there was a spore colony there. That's right, because we only destroyed that in our other save. And they immediately get broodling. Okay, so we need Crow down here, I think. Let's get Crow, a tank, an SCV for repairs, and a Goliath. And that'll be our first ferry here. Oh, what's over here? Anything? Doesn't seem like anything too bad.
Hang on, we're in for some chops.
So where do we have to go exactly? That's where the Yggdrasil is. So our mission objective is what? Slay the blue Yggdrasil. And find the source of the psionic signal. I think that was that question mark guy.
I got that.
What?! He just got fucking spawn broodlinged! How am I supposed to defend against that? I don't think I can. Is there even a fucking way? What? I don't know, man. I think you have to disable, like, something on him so that he doesn't get spawn broodlinged, if that's what you're... You know, you're planning on making a hero that has to live, which is fine. Completely understandable. But, like... I don't know, I guess we have to try and bum rush the queens themselves?
Strap yourselves in, boys.
Maybe? I don't know, like, I can't really see any way to justify this. Alright, so let's grab a bunch of Marines. We already fully saturated this one? Okay, let's get... Let's get what we have to get. We could get a medic instead of an SCV. That'd probably be better for Crow's life expectancy here. So let's do that. And we need a tank, which is finishing, and then we'll get another set of tanks. It's a good thing that we got this dropship for free, because obviously it would be pretty challenging to do anything else. Is he parasited? How did they even see him is my question. Alright, we do have this other scanner sweep now. So now we sort of know the layout of the map. We kind of really don't want to fuck with question mark here, wherever he is. I think we lost something? No, we just got literally all of our shit just got spawned on. But at least we have a medic to heal the zealot. We won't be able to heal the hammer of the executor, which is just a really buffed up unit. So here's the... Oh, this is where our base gets absolutely destroyed. Let's try and evacuate some units here. Maybe just a couple of tanks is probably the best we're going to get, honestly. This does not seem very manageable. So let's do that. Let's actually unload all of these Marines. Bring them down too. All these medics can be brought down. Let's not lose the... We'll bring a bunch of SCVs down too. We'll see what we can salvage, basically. Okay. Whatever, it's fine.
Hang on, we're in for some chops.
Everything that can get out, can get out. Killed the hunter killer with a fucking vulture, that's hilarious. Excuse me. Get out of the way. Wait, oh! The power generator has to live too? That's not even in the mission objectives. I mean, I don't think Crow living is in the mission objectives either. So do we have to fortify this? I mean, this mission seems really, really unreasonably difficult right now, and not in a way where it's like, oh, it's within my control as the player. Like, it's really hard for me to figure out how I'm supposed to do anything regarding this stuff, honestly.
Go ahead, HQ.
So we killed question mark guy this save. That was what I was not remembering. So let's just kill the sunken colony, or the hammer of the executor can hammer his own head in or something. I don't know what was going on there. Uh-oh. Oh! Third time's a charm? Okay, well, Crow stole his kill. What a piece of shit. Okay, so while we hold this area, let's build a lot more barracks, I guess, because we really just need a lot more tanks. That's what we need. But we can't afford to build a factory anywhere for obvious reasons. Why are my forces not down? Why did he go this way? Fucking 3 armor, dude. Okay. So clearly what we need to do is make sure that we destroy... I guess it would be theoretically possible to kill the... to get enough, like, Marines and... Well, I don't know. I think just the sheer amount of health that the Yggdrasil has by default makes it pretty much impossible to... Oh. Let's try and do what we can here to save this stuff. Come on. Repair stuff. Repair stuff. Get these zealots out of here. Repair this stuff. Get this bunker down. Where's Malagash? He's safe. Crow's okay right now. Let's bring him over here. Where is Malagash? I can't even see him. Let's try and keep these guys alive. We can heal them. We can't really heal this guy, but that's fine. Okay, I think we stayed alive. Maybe by killing that question mark guy, we avoided the crazy amount of enemy units, like the enemy infesteds or whatever. Okay, so let's move these guys over here. We got the medics. Healing our stuff over here. Let's repair this. Well, first of all, let's... Okay, here we go. Now we're talking. You just return your money. I think we'll be okay now. We had to just stymie that assault there, and then we were... okay, I guess. So let's put another bunker over here. Another tank over here. And I don't know where... Oh, I sent him all the way over here. So he's a normal Dark Templar and not a hero. And that's why he's able to be spawned Broodlings. So just FYI, if you had replaced the Dark Templar hero or Zeratul with Malagash instead, he wouldn't be... Because he was a hero flag, he would not be considered available for spawn Broodling. Like, the AI would not spawn Broodling him. Maybe that just never happened when the Shambler tested his mission. It's a completely distinct possibility. AI behaves like that sometimes. Since we have so much money, I'm just going to keep building tanks in my area. We do have some more units coming in. Let's try and do this. These aren't Kakulzes, right?
Yes, sir. I read you.
Oh, my queens. It would be nice if all of this stuff was, like, even the hammer of the Executor was a hero unit, because that would make it a lot less likely that we would just get everything destroyed immediately by fucking spawn broodlings.
Reporting for duty.
So what we want to be able to do is... Okay, here's the Shadow Guards. These guys are back. We need more tanks, obviously, and we also need a lot more anti-air.
Additional supply depots required.
Okay, so let's keep going here. Alright, first of all, let's save. We'll cycle back to this save, since we're not going to be using that one anytime soon. Let's kill these infesteds.
Base is under attack.
Let's back up here. We don't need to aggro anyone. We shouldn't want to aggro anyone anyway.
Your forces are under attack.
I think we're okay. Besides, obviously, all this stuff. This is not really that good.
Additional supply depots required. Your forces are under attack.
Everything is dying.
Orders received. Yes, sir.
What is he happening? Hey, asshole! Fucking kill this stuff. Oh, I still have a Shadow Guard here. He's not able to get out, I guess.
I read you. Orders received.
What? Oh, well, I guess I figure Malagash must have gotten killed or something. Yeah, I don't know. This is certainly very rough around the edges, I'll put it that way. So let's put all of our heroes over here. we did obviously just save. Siege. Oh, these are hunter killers actually. Okay. Further up over here. Probably shouldn't have had my melee in. That should be the last hunter killer. So let's move these tanks over here. Let's get a bunch more Goliaths. More supply depots. Need more missile turrets for the inevitable anti-air. Just build over here. Promise you can build it. I promise you. Okay. What do we got here? Let's just keep mining minerals from there, I guess. Okay. Alright, so let's get rid of all this. All of the units have just now spawned. Let's destroy the hive. Oh, we have a tank over here. Awesome. Bring him down. I don't know what the fuck. How did that lurker even get there? That doesn't even make sense. I guess I'll keep these shadow guards here for now.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Okay. Excellent.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Okay. So we have destroyed this hive. I mean, it's not going to really result in too much of anything, I don't think. Oh, no! Fucking Christ! Oh man, that's so infuriating because there's literally nothing you can do about that. I guess he's not supposed to be like a particularly special Dark Templar or whatever, but it's really, if you have a unit that must survive in order for something
Research complete.
to be accomplished, in order for you to win, you really can't justify having Spawn Broodling be a function. I don't think. Alright, so let's path these Goliaths over here. Let's get a bunch of...
Where does it hurt?
It's this way. Goliath down here. I think we do need the Shadow Guards over here. I don't know why they can't get out. Maybe because the system is in the way?
Give me something to shoot.
Now you guys can get out. I don't know why you wouldn't just take the path over here, but... Shadow Guards, more like Shadow Tods, am I right?
You want a piece of me, boy?
Finally a Todd joke.
I'm all over it. I'm gone.
Now let's destroy the hive. Meanwhile, use the Hammer of the Executor to drive the Yggdrasil this way.
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, cool. Well, he is flying. He's killed himself for us.
Systems functional.
Or sort of.
Comlink
Come on, Goliaths. Get him.
You want a piece of me, boy? Commander,
Comlink
Get him.
online. Target designated.
standing by.
Get him, Marine. What an unreasonable situation. You got him.
Your forces are under attack.
Finally. Oh, okay, so that just turned them all neutral. Well, that's nice. So what's next? Well, I've done both of those two things. So I guess the mission objectives just don't update, is what I'm saying.
Goliath
Oh,
online.
this is where Ulrez the Cerebrid is. So now we've got to try and deal with him, I guess? Let's save. We don't know what's going to happen now. So the purple guys... I noticed we did stop seeing the purple infesteds.
Yes, sir.
Or just in general. Yeah, so they're all neutral then. Okay. Let's make our way to orange then. He's the only one who's still around.
Not enough
Basically
energy.
what I'm seeing. Never hotkeyed this in this save. Okay.
Upgrade.
Oh, that's an actual base by the looks of it. Oh shit. I should probably pull back here. Just so I don't get my own, my guy Ruben again, because that would be infuriating. Rid of this shit that's blocking our path. Okay, now let's grab a base here. We'll also bring a couple of SCVs. Make our way down here. We can keep distance mining from here, I guess. It's not really that big of a deal. Alright. I think we figured out what we need to do then. So that should take the pressure off us pretty significantly then. As far as I can tell. Still need a science facility. I never got my starport built, I guess. So I'll build that over here.
Need medical attention?
And
Systems functional.
get some Goliaths. Repair our tanks. And then, I guess we can destroy this. Is this even... It's not even really active anymore.
Comlink online. Confirmed.
What is that? That's a good question. Or Marine, what is that? That is the line of doubt. An infested ghost. Well, not anymore. I killed him. Is that even possible? I heard rumors, but I never thought. Doesn't matter what you heard. What matters is that we kill this thing. Space exclamation point. Agreed. Last time something like this happened, the capital of Deltron 2 had to be nuked from orbit. You heard him, boys. Unless you want to be nothing but glowing dust, wax them. So they have had previous experience or encounters with stuff like this, I guess. Is what I'm going to be able to glean from that. So let's go ahead and drop another. Oh, we're getting attacked by quite a lot of units. Why did I even bother cloaking? Yeah, hit the Guardian. Wow, I feel like my Goliaths do absolutely no damage. Let's grab a science facility down here. Alright, a bunch of SCVs. Oh, thank you.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Oh, this is why I got... Oh, I didn't fucking buy restoration this time. Jesus Christ. Alright, stop healing.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Oh, my infested Terrans.
Acknowledged HQ. Systems functional.
Alright. Oh, I can't kill the Academy. It might produce units.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Oh dear. Physics labs cost 1,000 minerals and 1,000 gas for some reason.
Did someone page
What the fuck? Nope! Oh, I thought I was gonna get rid of them. TBH.
Need medical attention?
Research complete.
Channel open.
Okay, so let's order up better weapons for everybody. This. Oops. This. I can only hope that by building this immensely expensive structure, I can gain access to some really nice upgraded busted stats battlecruisers or something. Okay, what are you?
Target designated.
I think we're in the clear for the time being. We haven't been attacked in quite a while. The only attack that's come to us has come from this direction.
I read you. Yes, sir. Job's finished.
So
Yes, sir.
let's go ahead and order up some more upgrades. Optical flare, why the fuck not? A tank over here, sure.
Sir. Affirmative.
Let's start building production structures in this area as well.
Job
We can't really fit
Right away,
any
sir.
production structures in any fucking place. Which is pretty obnoxious to deal with.
Good to go, sir. Orders, Captain? Roger that.
We're probably going to need more gas.
Reporting for duty. Orders received.
But obviously this is,
Your forces are under attack.
oh, we're getting killed. I think we'll be okay. It looks like our heroes are pretty strong, our heroic units. So I guess we lost our
I read you. I
something.
read you. Right away, sir.
We lost our hammer of the executive.
Job's finished. Roger that. Orders, Captain?
Oh, stop! Stop it.
State the nature of your medical
Research
emergency.
complete.
Where does it
You guys can heal these shadow guardists.
Identify
Nothing
target.
else. Where's our dark temple?
Piece of me, boy. Yes, sir.
Let's grab more barracks. We put a bunch more medics down here since obviously we need them.
Upgrade complete.
And when you heal those guys. Did I finally complete? No, of course not. It's a 7,000 HP structure for some reason. I wonder why. What could possibly be the justification for such a thing?
Roger that.
Let's grab a science vessel so we have automatic detection. And we need bunkers over here, I suppose. Certainly wouldn't hurt.
I can't tell the sun's in the way. Orders, Captain?
Destination.
prepped and ready? State the nature of your medical emergency. Prepped and ready. On my way. Stat.
Cool.
Upgrade. Additional supply depots complete.
Reporting for duty.
Come on, wake up.
I read you. I
Upgrade
can't get out
complete.
there. Job's finished. Yes, sir.
Oh no, parasite. I heard it. Who's got it?
Prepped and ready. State the nature of your medical emergency.
Ooh,
Reporting for duty. Yes,
that was
sir.
spooky.
Affirmative, Commander.
Additional supply depots required.
Building supply depot.
Orders received.
Well, at least now it turns into like more of a traditional macro mission.
Right away, sir.
It's a pretty hard drop off though. What?
Upgrade complete.
Thanks. Yeah.
Need medical attention?
Orders, Captain?
Yeah. Now we're getting to the point where we have no gas.
Add-on complete.
Sort of to be expected, I guess.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting for duty. I'm finished.
Base is under attack.
Hold out.
Roger that.
All right, cool. We've fended off some Mutalisk attacks.
Reporting for duty. Right away, sir. SCV good to go, sir.
Destination.
All right. Well, at the very least,
I'm finished. Good to go, sir.
are we done with? Oh, holy shit! Finally. Sir, we're picking up something in the atmosphere heading right for us. It looks like some battlecruisers. What are you waiting for then? Hail them. Maybe this is why it took so long? This is the Avenging Dawn and the remnants of the Sky Skull mercenary fleet requesting permission to help kick some Zerg ass. Thanks, Raynor. Any help is welcome, but I must ask, how did you end up here? I thought the Kelmorian fleet stationed here was torn to shreds. Well, you're right, the Kelmoprian fleet was destroyed, but not all of the mercenaries felt like dying in a suicide charge. Several other groups tried to escape the system but failed. Instead, we retreated, knowing that the best we could do is pick off some scattered Zerg and play Ring Around the Planet with them until reinforcements arrived. This worked for a time, until suddenly the original swarm stopped chasing, and a few hours later we were flanked by an entirely new fleet. We had no other choice than to scan the planet for any remaining military outposts and something. Oh, I just lost my place. Oh, and then Crow's message just was completely gone immediately. Well, there could be some other survivors staying hidden in the asteroid belt or landed on one of the abandoned space stations. However, creating a signal powerful enough to reach them with the little resources you have would be extremely costly. Our ships may be able to send a distress signal once the Zerg are cleared. Now let's go kill some Zerg. I agree. Does that mean we're gonna get
Insufficient phosphine gas.
battle cruisers? Or oh yeah, cool. We got some stuff. What's the Avenging Dawn's stats? It doesn't look like it deals much more damage. It's marginally increased. 10 versus air or ground, and then 20 versus whatever the 10 wasn't increased to. And it has 2,000 stats and 7 armor, so it's pretty solid. Wraiths are unchanged, and then we just have regular battle cruisers, it looks like. Oh no, these have 1,000 health, which is more than they had before. Obviously there are a lot, and I mean a fucking lot of Scourge that have been pre-placed on the map, I believe. Or that the AI just built normally. Maybe it's not that many, but the AI script that is running, I believe, has some nonsense going on with it, where it's, it will probably
Research complete.
attempt to do something crazy. Like, rebuild every single... Oh no, please don't. No! What a fucking disaster!
State the nature of your medical emergency.
Battle cruiser
Right away.
operation.
On my way. State the nature of your medical emergency. I'm on the job.
Greetings,
Where does it hurt?
Holy
Need
shit.
medical attention? Right away.
Oh, well, I missed
Did someone
everybody.
page me?
Right away, sir. This is Jimmy.
Hailing frequencies.
Okay, we didn't lose too much health on those guys. Obviously the Wraiths are now paper planes.
Reporting for duty. Right away, sir.
Even more so than normal.
Need
An
medical
aggressive
attention?
fart could immediately destroy them.
This is Jimmy. Rainer here.
Grab that battle cruiser. Let's grab our heroes too. And
Ghost reporting.
let's bring some stuff down here. We'll attack from this flank. It seems like the right idea. The right call to make. And in fact, let's even go as far as to get a bunch more
Destination. Proceeding.
tanks down here. We can probably go ahead and unload this stuff.
Let's move.
Send all of our units down here.
Upgrade complete.
We'll keep a skeleton crew here.
Need medical attention?
Yes, sir. Orders,
No,
Captain.
just in case.
Right away, sir. Reporting for
Goliath
duty.
online.
Hailing
Oh my
frequencies
fucking god.
Goliath
State the
online.
nature of your
Upgrade
medical
complete.
I
emergency.
guess it's a good thing I got a lot of these fucking things.
Stat. I'm on the job.
Upgrade
Oh,
complete.
they're already done, I guess.
Need medical attention?
Whatever. We'll
This is Jimmy. Headquarters.
we'll do our best here.
Ghost reporting. This is Jimmy.
I don't see any borrowed defilers, so we must just let's just kill the defiler. Man. It's the only sensible thing to do.
Goliath
Go
online.
ahead, Commander. Call the shot.
Alright, maybe don't lead with Malgash though. He's fairly weak.
Receiving transmission. Engage. Make it so.
Go ahead, Commander.
Okay. That's fine. We can also get rid of the Queen's Nest as well. Don't say no to that.
Moving.
Here.
Destination. Proceeding.
And let's go ahead and siege.
Yes, sir. Proceeding. Rainer here.
All crews report.
Rainer here.
Alright, hopefully we can kill everything without too much
Go ahead,
of it.
Tech.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think we got this at this
Go
point.
ahead, Commander. Right on. This should be good.
Not that
This is Jimmy. Right on.
Alright. have to hope that they don't have too many more.
Hailing frequencies open.
Hold on, what are you doing?
Commander.
Did I slow my game speed down somehow? Seems like I may have.
Hailing frequencies open. Receiving transmission.
Alright, yeah, I think we're okay. We got this
Slow.
Anytime you're ready.
for sure, man, unless a bunch of scourge spawn.
Sounds fun.
State the nature of your medical emergency.
I wonder how we were expected to just know that that was going to be happening there with the,
Your forces are under
how would you
attack.
say,
Where does it hurt?
like the whole battle cruiser thing, especially when you see that
Sounds fun. This is Jimmy.
they're just, they have so many of them. Like, so many general units that they have. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay. That you look at these random costs of structures that are for some reason different. I don't know, man. I was just guessing that based on the amount that it costs, it must have
Your forces are
had
under
some benefit or something. Okay, so I think here we need to remake our dropship that we probably lost at some point. But in the meantime, we have definitely destroyed this base, and it was a lot easier than I honestly thought it would be. Did we lose the dropship? I don't see it anywhere. So let's go ahead and get a dropship over here. It looks like we're going to need to spend a long time over here with this thing.
Yes, sir.
Siege all the tanks.
Orders, sir.
Over here. Because I think he's got 1 million on armor or something.
Can I take your order? I'm listening.
Go ahead, Commander.
So we're probably shit out of luck in that.
Go ahead, HQ. I'm listening.
Alright, where's my melee dude? Maybe when he's brought here, it'll automatically die? I can hope. I'm trying to not get him killed by splash damage. We can just take these guys out of siege mode. Yeah, so it was immediately set to like 1% health, I think.
Destination?
At long last, my beast... yeah, at long last, my beast hunt is finished. Any last words? Well, alright, we actually beat it. Holy shit. That took way longer than I thought it would be. Foolish Templar, my death will mean little. In slaying me, you trade one painful death for another. It is almost as if you were trying to kill your comrades. Your wretched kind shall suffer for what you did to the Overmind. I wish to be there when screeching. And then good old... whatever this guy's name is, Malagash, said something, and then... we'll never know what it was because I wasn't paying attention because the victory notification popped up. So yeah, a map that is incredibly rough around the edges. I don't really get a lot of the logic behind the design, but maybe he can sort of elucidate what his ideas actually were a little bit more. Yeah, there's some term for it. There's some term that is escaping me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will catch you guys on the next video tomorrow, where 2 more MapCraft contest submissions will be showcased. If you have any feedback for Ultimate Infestation by the Shambler, aka Overmind 101, leave them in the comments, or use the link in the description to go to the Jay Barino Discord if you're not there already, and let them know what you think. I will be signing off. See you guys later.